Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on once again. This is going to be a fun video. We are in the War of the Realms versus event, and you can use any three characters you like. There's not a single essential character that you're required to use. So we'll cover some MPQ best teams from the 4-star realm in this matchup, and we're going to beat up on 5-star enemy teams. Let's jump right into the action here. Now check it out. I'm just basically starting this event, so we've got a good mix of enemy teams presented so far, and some 5-stars are boosted also. So let's take on this team, and I'm going to show you the team we're probably going to end with. This is just a really amazing team. We'll save this one for last. It'll be our highlight, so stay on for later in the video. But Black Panther, Shuri, and even we're going to bring in Namor because all three of these characters are boosted. But the one I want to start with is a super fun team. It's going to be 4-star Deadpool. We'll bring in his buddy from the X-Force with Wolverine, and then we're going to grab a character that uses blue since the other two guys don't, and then maybe yellow. We can make use of Wolverine's yellow. But for a blue and yellow, let's go down and grab another 4-star character. There's a bunch on this list to choose from that are so many 4-stars are boosted this time. So good blue and yellow to grab. In this case is going to be 4-star Thor. She has a stun with blue, team damage with yellow, and removes enemy special tiles. Let's get our AP boosts on and jump into the action. See if we can win with MPQ 4-star best teams. Let's go. Alright, so let's get our animations on here. Character effects. Because the combination between Deadpool and X-Force Wolverine can be really awesome. If you haven't seen it before, maybe this will be a good one for you. I think we'll target Thanos first in this case. He's going to be super dangerous if he happens to take down one of our characters. Super lucky, or if we're fortunate that all of these characters are boosted up quite a bit in this event with obviously much more health, but more importantly, a lot more damage that they can do against the enemy team, since my matchmaking is always going to put me against 5-stars, since that's where my roster is at. We might see a 4-star mixed in with 5-stars as we go here, but yeah, look at that enemy team. Tough setup normally. And what do we want to focus on here? I think we want to get purple and black to be our priorities. Red is great, obviously, because of Deadpool's big-time damage and then true healing ability. It looks like the enemy's going to have special tiles against us, obviously, from Old Man Logan and those strike tiles. So the yellow's going to help from Thor here, I think, quite a bit. We nearly have red and purple ready to go. It's crazy that red is almost built up so far in this match. Oh man, what a cascade there for them. So we have our purple ready to play, and it's going to always place these countdowns from countdown for what on the enemy team's strongest color. Well, that is definitely the strongest color because Thanos is the strongest character on the team. If we eliminate him, it's going to be either blue or black, depending on the levels of the other two. And I think we're going to play it on Thanos. Now, what we want to make sure is we want to try to get black going as soon as we have the chance to play countdown for what. If you don't know why, it'll be a real surprise for you when we get that play. Alright, so Thanos played his purple ability, and that changes our opportunity to destroy tiles or affect the board in certain ways, unless we get him stunned or get that countdown removed. I know we could get this green match, and I really want to go for that, but I know that there will be a black match lined up after the fact, so I'm kind of hoping they do that for us. We'll get blue here. We're going for blue a lot, and it's not going to be a big deal if they play that, because Surfer will just charge some tiles on the board. He would also heal, but we're not even hitting him, so he can't take any health gains back. Match 4 on the board. I think we better go for that one. Alright, and the board's changed quite a bit, so we could play our purple, we could play our green. Red from Deadpool, let's check it out. Out of bullets, does a bunch of damage, and then heals for 9,300. I wonder if I set him on his specs correctly. We'll check it out in a minute. There's a multi-cascade here, a couple ways to do it, but I think we are going to do this green. It makes 2 matches of blue, team up, and more. Potentially more. Okay, Surfer played his blue. Doesn't really do much except for bring a couple of strikes out. I think since we're really good to get a bunch more purple soon, yeah, I think it's time. We're going to go ahead and play Countdown for What already, knowing that those are going to appear on black tiles. Nice. Alright, that sets up for big time damage. We could also play our stun, and Power Surge puts charge tiles on red, blue, and yellow. There's no real hurry for red, blue, and yellow matches at the moment. Let's go ahead and make this black match for a couple of big hits, and we'll get a purple drop up above. Look at that damage. Awesome. Alright, Surfer did hit for 11,000. Deadpool can heal most of that. Okay, so almost everything's ready to go except for black. We're just having trouble getting black matches lined up in this set. What I'm going to do is go ahead and play X-Force. Destroys 3 different X-shaped areas on the board. Maybe that'll shake things up the way we need to line up more black matches. Didn't quite do that, but injured Thanos well enough. Okay, we can get another red match. What do we want here? I think we'll play Deadpool's red. We'll play Out of Bullets. Take Thanos down to that very point. Let's leave him there and start hitting Surfer. Surfer can't be stunned, so we don't want to play Power Surge when he's in front. Well, maybe we'll save that for Old Man Logan. Alright, our countdowns are running out of time. Get more green. Okay, the board shuffled. That might change things up quite a bit. Match 4 in purple at the bottom left. Still no black matches available. This team is usually way more dynamic than this. Here we go. Alright, now there's black matches everywhere. Excellent. Okay, so let's play Countdown for What again. Look at all of those countdowns. That's what we want on the board, and I just can't wait to get a little more black. We'll target Thanos here. Which way do we want to do it? Probably want to take out more of the one-turn countdowns. We've got 2 down here, so we'll take that one. Enemy Thanos is out. Now keep in mind, if the enemy destroys or matches any of those countdowns, they also take the hit. Cool. Now, there's a match 4 in blue that's going to hit a couple of those again. Let's do this. I want to stun Old Man Logan here because we're going to take out Surfer pretty soon. I just want to get a black, one more black. Oh, we do have it, 11. I keep thinking it was Surgical Strike costs 12. At 11, this is perfect. Here we go. So now we need just a little more purple once again, and this match is just about over. Just for fun, I'll show you what Power Surge does on Surfer. He's immune. No help that way. And so let's get a nice red match that drops a purple and more red. Finally, here it is. Check this out. We're going to play Countdown for What? Once again, almost all the blacks are the countdowns. And if we play Surgical Strike right now, it destroys all black tiles on the board. This is amazing. Old Man Logan's still stunned. Check it out. Damage for the initial hit Every single countdown for what tile on the board is dealing that damage. And it's enough for the win. Alright, cool. That team took a little longer than I thought to get that set up, but the final blow is just amazing with the basically one of the best team combos. You can put those two together. Let's go to our next match here, see what enemy teams come up. Okay, that's a good option. Got another Thanos team, I showed that before. And here's a Deadpool with a couple of 5 stars. So in this next one, I think we'll bring in an all Avengers team. We'll take this group on with Captain Marvel, and then worthy Captain America, and then Winter Soldier, of course. So Winter Soldier has a really big hitting red ability. We have to decide what we're going to do between him and Cap. And then also he's got a blue ability. With Cap has a great blue ability. I wish they had a different color scheme in this case. We'll keep precision shot set that way. I think what we'll do though is modify our, I think what we'll do is take moving target up. We'll play his red, and although I like detonator and that blue ability, we're going to play blue from Cap and Carol with her big time photonic barrage. That's going to be great. Let's jump into the action, see if we can win. This team can be tough that we're facing against. There's trap tiles from Jessica Jones, of course, and then we're going to have to target Deadpool first. Our team is going to really benefit from countdowns that expire, Captain Marvel earning AP for our team whenever the enemy matches their strongest color, which, by the way, is blue and black. Blue for them, black for us. Black for our team is great. Let's go, and what do we want to start with? We don't really have an active green ability on our team. If you look at the enemy team, neither do they, so I'm not real worried about it. What do we want to start with, though? Probably going to get black is great. If they get blue, we also earn black. Don't forget, here's a purple that drops a blue match. And we have to target Deadpool first because we don't want to get hit by a lot of his X-Enforcer passive ability damage countdowns. The match 4 danger is always in place when we're facing against Professor X, so we want to make matches that don't set up a lot of match 4s for them, if at all possible. And all the while, making sure that we match Jessica Jones' colors off the board because she places traps on her specific colors, like the blue match that's blinking from the system here right at the moment. I think we do have to take that. Lines up a green match. That doesn't really help us at all. There's more purple there. I'm just afraid of having these greens fall into a match 4, right? Where Professor X will deal a ton of damage. We want to get yellow probably next here. It drops purple in. Dangerous with the black. And there we take our first hit from Jessica's passive. Now, that also earns the enemy team their strongest color, which is blue. Good thing it's not red, or Jessica would be already able to play her ability. We have purple, and I like precision shot because it does a little bit of damage. That's not the point. It destroys a tile on the board that you specify, and that's great because you can line up some cool things to happen from the tiles that fall. But more importantly, you steal AP from the enemy when you play that. What we want to do, though, is get maybe our yellow qualified here. And again, having the enemy not want to care about green tiles is kind of helping us a little bit because that's they're building up on the board a lot, allowing us to make more strategy matches with other colors. We'll have to take this black here this time. Oh man, this might be dangerous. Yep, set up another match 4. That damage sends Worthy Cap to the front to protect his ally mates. That's great. And we have a match 4 on the board or an extra move in yellow. We're going to go for that, certainly. What do we want to do here, though? I think, well, let's take that first before we play Carol's black ability, which we do want to get played. Wow, how interesting. So there's an extra move up above. It's going to create a critical tile right there where it's going to match the other critical tile below with green. That's going to hit pretty hard. We're going to do that here next. Nice. Okay, so we are doing really good on our damage, doing well against Deadpool, but still dangerous. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and play Photonic Barrage. Maybe we'll pick a spot that's semi-safe here. We'll go over to the bottom left and get that played. Now that will create very strong strike tiles every single turn, and then when the countdown is done, it deals a massive amount of damage. That'll be basically a full knockout for certain characters, and a little bit more on a little more damage needed on Jessica Jones if we took her with that hit. What do we want to do here? I see some cool stuff we can line up with Precision Shot. They have 10 red. I think we better play it right now. And let's do the wind-up. Countdown tile that will place charge tiles on the board, setting up for big damage from... Yep, I think that'll work well, setting up big damage from Worthy Cap's blue ability. And what do we want to do? It's kind of in a dangerous location. I wish that would have been somewhere else. We need to shoot out a red tile. Let's do... Yep, this will be the spot. We're going to place Precision Shot right here. That'll drop a match 4 automatically, plus we'll get the blue on the drop, of course. Steal red from the enemy. Yep, I was afraid of that. Up on top, it was just perfect alignment. Okay, well, no big deal, I guess. What we want to do here is go ahead and play the wind-up again. We need to get that out there and rolling. This time, however, we can have our stun ready with Heavy Hitter. That sounds like a plan. They have no abilities ready to go on the enemy team. What do we want to do here? Maybe purple. Get another Precision Shot lined up for whatever we need. Photonic Barrage strike tiles and charge tiles every turn for a little bit. Nothing too scary on the board. We'll just take this blue. They got a random blue, and that earned us more AP for our team. This is exactly the setup that we wanted. Nice. Okay, so the countdown expires. Every time that happens, we earn increase to our special tiles on the board. Look at those strike tiles. 3,900 from strike tile damage. Awesome. We have a great secondary place for our Precision Shot. This time, let's shoot that black tile right there, setting up an extra move in red. Very tactical team here. Damage on Deadpool is nearly to the point of a knockout. I'm going to go ahead and play Photonic Barrage again right here. And it's in a matchable location, but that's not the point. Let's move over to Jessica Jones here. Go ahead and play an executive decision immediately on that very tile for the big time damage. Instead of waiting for the strikes, we'll go ahead and get it so that she's nearly taken out. Now, I'm not worried about Deadpool's retaliation there because he's taken out on the very next turn. We've got charge tiles on the board all over the place. We want to play Heavy Hitter on Professor X. Look at this, multiple hits of damage all the way out. Deadpool's a little upset, apparently. But Cap had a plan for that. And the team worked out quite perfectly. Great, I'm glad that match went a lot better. Good points there. Let's take a look at our next team. Okay, our next team is going to be a couple of defenders. Have a lot of fun when you can play Luke Cage and Iron Fist that are boosted at the same time. Luke Cage has tons of health and has big hitting abilities. Iron Fist has his self-feeding ability to boost up the AP he needs for all three of his abilities. And then Daredevil is a perfect match for these guys in general. And I don't want to play a 5-star yet, even though he's boosted. I really wanted to get Blade into a match, and he's going to help this team anyway because Blade can passively create strike tiles leading in to Iron Fist. So this will be a fun team overall. We'll probably rely on Blade's red ability instead of Luke Cage here. And since that's the case, let's move the defender up to level 5 and take a bunch of Fiddle Faddle down to level 3. And that'll set his defender projectiles up huge. So, alright, and right before we jump into playing this team, I do want to point out our next video is going to be a tokens video, and in preparation for that, I want you guys to jump to VidRally at the link and get into the action. It should be a lot of fun to play along and earn a shout out if you get the character predicted correctly. Thanks for that. Let's jump into this match here with a couple of defenders and Blade along the way. What do we want to focus on here first? Well, we'll probably need to take out Doctor Strange first. Anytime we want to play an ability, Doctor Strange will retaliate with a huge hit from his yellow passive, Flames of the Faltines. And in this case, I think we're going to start out with as much red as we can so that Blade can get his passive going. Now, if you can let red sit on the board, that helps Blade create very strong strike tiles. But the enemy team is going to go for red matches that we don't. So we'll start off with this black and red combo. Also gets a drop on blue. And we have to keep blue away from Doctor Strange. One of the best passive abilities in the game is from Doctor Strange's blue. Not only does it deal a bunch of damage every turn, but it stuns for 3 turns and removes AP that you choose in the color. Very, very good ability. So now we're getting our strike tiles. That's great. With that, let's try to build up blue for Iron Fist. And Iron Fist can play his chi focus right now. That's why I wanted strike tiles on the board already before you play this, because then you fortify strike tiles, create another one, and earn green for your team. With that said, let's see, we have just 1 strike tile so far, and it might be a little bit because I think, do I want to take the red match that's on the board or not? Probably do, actually. Yeah, let's go for it. Building up towards Blade's 9 AP in red that he needs to get going is super important. It hits the enemy randomly, so with this team, we don't guarantee that Blade and his passive is going to hit Doctor Strange, but as soon as we can, you just need to get it going. 13 blue, we need another strike tile on the board, but we're going to get more red here. I did it in the direction so that the black match was actually made first. That puts Luke Cage up front. You see that damage coming from Blade now that we have over 9 red. That is awesome. Okay, so no use for purple. The enemy team's purple isn't going to be very useful to them either, Doctor Strange, and it removes a special tile every turn. But I hope we get him out before he could even play his purple. What do we want to do then? Well, I want to get 1 more strike tile on the board before we play Iron Fist's ability. Another passive hit. We have to watch out. I hope we don't hit Thor again on the next hit with that, because it'll put him into his God mode where he's 50% or under in total health. There, we should get another strike tile. Nope, the hunger. We're not going to get strike tiles while the hunger's running, but got Doctor Strange out. That's great. So now, without the hit coming from Strange anyway, we'll play Chi Focus just twice in a row to get those strike tiles going. There's one. Play it again. Now we'll get the fortification and build up green. Awesome. In fact, let's just play it again. Crazy that we had that much blue. Fortified them. All right, so check it out. We're already up at a ton of strike tiles on the board. We have our green ability ready to go. Blade's green ability, Tools of the Trade, does team damage and then also heals him if you have 7 or more red. That's true, but I think what we need to do right now is move over to Thor here and hit him with a crowd control. Pretty good damage, but if you play it when the enemy has more than one enemy remaining, you earn black AP. And not to mention, when Luke Cage is on the team, you benefit from his. You have a benefit from the black ability from Iron Fist, but it really needs projectiles to be out. The enemy team hasn't played a single ability yet. We want to take Thor out here as soon as possible. What's the best move to do that? Probably blue. And we got lucky with an additional drop in purple. Thor is out. Bloodlust is going to continue for just so much damage. Let's see here. We could win the match right now, but what I want to do is see if he's going to take that green match. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Now, enemy Ghost Rider can play his ability. He's going to play green next. Luke Cage in front. Watch what happens. Earns our team a projectile, which he would do that every time the enemy plays an ability. We could play Supernatural Sense. That's kind of Blade's third best ability. Not that great, especially when you could play Like Unto Iron. Cost of 12, so it is expensive, but look at that damage. 50-some thousand for a maximum champion Iron Fist. And the other benefit is, if you have a bunch of projectiles on the board, which usually you'd have more than one at this point, it will convert them into strike tiles, and they add to the damage for the win. So, super dominating performance. I think Blade was a good addition. If we had Daredevil instead there at 50% health on Daredevil, he would create strike tiles from the beginning to heal himself, and that would fuel up Iron Fist's blue ability. Okay, let's get into our next team. In this one, all three of the Fantastic Four 4-stars are boosted, and Human Torch is only a 3-star as part of the Fantastic Four, and the 4-star Torch is not part of the Fantastic Four. Let's take and see if we can win. Let's go. We want to boost up our AP once again. If we can, I like to play Mr. Fantastic's black ability as soon as possible against the enemy team. It gets rolling big time for special tiles and a bunch of other cool effects that help out the AP you need to build up, and so much more. It's a hit and miss ability on how effective it is. I think we'll be fine here. We don't have a purple ability. The enemy team only has Thanos for his purple ability. I think we're going to target Thanos again first. Now, if you look at the board, there's a match 4 in black, and I think that's great. I'm going to do a different move, though. I want to do this red match because it will not only get the black above, but also blue, and blue is going to be really important in this match as well. So from, let's see. So from the blue perspective, we could play Invisible Woman's blue ability, which is quite good. It traps enemy special tiles, and it also places some strong strike tiles. But Mr. Fantastic's blue is probably the one we want to focus on the most. It has a stun and can deal tons of damage. Extra move here. If you play it at the right time. Now with Mr. F and his blue, you really want to make sure you have 4 or more special tiles out when you play it. Yellow drops black. And now we're going to get some red. We have yellow ready to play. We'll save yellow for the right time because Invisible Woman will make her ally mates invisible with her. At least one. Depends on what level setting you put her ability at. Mine is probably set to only make one other ally invisible with her. We want to get green and keep it away from the enemy team. Not doing too well so far on that, but I think we've got a nice combo move here. Yeah, it looks really good. We're going to get green and blue, and then I think another green above, but we're going to play Imaginaut right now. Fortified countdown tile. That's a good location for it. It should be pretty protected down there, and let that thing start creating a bunch of special tiles. Yeah, that cascade was even better than I thought. Got a little more yellow. Cool. Okay, so now we have to decide which team member's green we want to play. Usually it's the Thing because it does good enough damage, shakes up the board quite a bit. But I think we might go with Invisible Woman in this case with her green. We'll see how it goes. We have it built up, ready to play. Alright, so Imaginaut generated some attack tiles, and I think they're going to be pretty strong. Look at that, 3,300 for a maximum level Mr. Fantastic. Great. We also have our red ready to play, which is actually damage plus a stun for 2 turns. I think we'll save that for the right moment. 25,000 damage is pretty good, but the stun will probably be the bigger factor here. So, man, what do we want to play? Probably, or what move do we want to go for? There's not much, there's so much purple out there. Let's just get this yellow. Alright, so we did lose an attack tile. Wanted to try to keep that safe. Couldn't do it. No problem, though. Imaginaut's going to go off again. And keep in mind, it's a random effect. What we get out of it, it could be strike tiles. It could be charged tiles. It could also be randomly locked tiles, like what Invisible Woman can do with her blue. And let's see. Thanos is ready to play his purple. I'm going to let him play it and then hit him with Things red for a stun. I think would be a good move. Yep, it's in a matchable location too, so that should be easy to get rid of. I'm not really worried about that. He does do a whole lot of extra damage when that purple is on the board. And he took it away. Great. Charge tiles. Alright. So what do we really want to do here? I think it is time. Let's go ahead, clobbering time on Thanos just to get that damage going. Red drops blue. Again, blue isn't very dangerous with Silver Surfer. It's a heal ability for the most part. And he hasn't taken any damage, so the healing is no big deal. A couple more moves and we'll have... And by the way, lucky that he played it, because if they would have saved up for Iron Man's blue, that would be much more damaging, removing all of my team's, converting my team's strongest color into red, and then removing all red from the board. Okay, now this is a great point, because we have 4 or more special tiles on the board. We're also going to play, for fun, grant invisibility. Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic are now invisible. Let's move over to Iron Man, because we can hit him with a huge shot from flexibility. 19,000 damage and a 3-turn stun. That's pretty big. That's big time. Let's try to work on Thanos here. What match do we want to make? I guess I could lose my Protect tile. Didn't really want to lose that. They'll probably do this purple match anyway. Well, we'll let him go for it. If we can take Thanos out, they won't really go for purple anymore. Big yellow match. Got him down. And now they don't have a reason to go for green matches, so maybe green will add up for us a little bit more easily here. I want to see Force Field Crush costs 10, and Yancey Street Special costs 12, but that might actually end up destroying some of my special tiles, so I think our idea to go with Force Field Crush is good. Pretty good damage there, 41,000, And we're going to take Surfer out right here with this 2-move combo, or 2-match combo. Things are looking good. All right. So here's the win, it looks like. Let's go ahead and grant invisibility again just for fun. I wanted to have Thing protect one of us with his passive yellow and kind of take a hit and create projectiles in the way, but we don't need to. We can actually send everyone invisible. We're going to lose that if we did this match 4 in yellow, but let's go for the win. Another clobbering time. Ran great with red, and that fantastic team really did the job. Time for our final team. Let's get into it. This one's going to be great. So as you saw at the beginning, it's going to be mostly a Wakanda-faced team. We'll take on Okoye with Black Panther, Shuri, and bringing in Namor here. I think he's going to fit into this group quite well. He's got a purple and black ability we're going to use. Normally I play Namor's green, but Shuri's got a good green in this team setup. So I'm going to switch things around. We'll take Namor's Mercy up to level 5 and his really pretty awesome Imperious Rex ability down, since we're not going to focus on it. Let's go and see if we can win against Okoye and the others. We're going to target Deadpool first, though. He is super dangerous with his passive blue ability. Whenever they match my front character's strongest color, in this case it's yellow with, it's going to be yellow with Black Panther, and then with Shuri up front, I think it's going to be blue, or is it red? I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's blue. And then with Namor, it's going to be black. So whenever they're going to make those color matches and that character's up front, he's going to do a lot of damage, and Okoye will stack onto it. So what do we want to prioritize here? Well, we want to get red as soon as possible. That's going to start Shuri off big time with... Oh, nice, we get yellow too. So with fortified tiles on the board, and when there are a bunch of fortified tiles out there, our ability costs are greatly decreased, and we can basically spam our abilities quite a bit. So they're up at 10 blue, but blue is only a passive for the enemy team. Let's go for red here, and this might start it out. We do want blue for Panther, but not a huge deal at the moment. Let's do it. Let's start things out with Shuri's Vibranium Virtuoso. This ability is just awesome. Only costs 8. And it fortifies a bunch of tiles on the board. So now we can play our other abilities. I'm actually going to wait a turn. We're going to make this yellow match because Protector of Wakanda only costs 4, but I really don't want that repeater to show up in a matchable location. Now, though, look what happens when we match a fortified tile. Vibranium Virtuoso fires off, and we get a bunch of damage on Deadpool. Cool. Okay, so now we really need to make a big rush for our other abilities. Let's go ahead and play Kinetic Shield at a cost of only 5. Decreased cost from Shuri's passive. It is not just projectiles, but fortified projectiles. We can play it twice. Now, whenever we match a projectile, Panther has a passive that deals tons of damage based on how many projectiles are on the board. Let's go with Protector of Wakanda. This ability is so good. It's underrated. It creates very, very strong special tiles for 4-star characters, and they will be fortified if Panther has teammates in the match. Of course he does. We already have over 4,000 in projectiles on the board. We can play this twice. Now we really want to get red, because if we can play Shuri's red ability again, she will automatically fortify our special tiles on the board. So that will get our repeaters safe and sound. They look to be in pretty good locations down there, but here we go. We're going to make a projectile match. Yeah, I was going to go for yellow, but you know what? Let's go for black and purple. It's going to match that projectile. Check out this damage. Nice. Now, I actually wish it wouldn't have dropped into a match 4, but that's okay. So we have a lot of things going on. I want to try to get red matches. Green matches are good too. Twin blasters normally cost 11, so it's kind of expensive, but the decreased cost at 8 is amazing. It destroys random tiles, but if a random fortified tile happens to be destroyed, it deals a 2-turn stun on the enemy. We've got Deadpool up front here. I think what we want to do is play Atlantis Attacks. There's a number of blue tiles on the board. It will add blue tiles to the board, but if there happens to be 10 on the board remaining after these are added, you get 15,000 team damage depending on the level that you have Namor set at. This would be great. We did get the team damage, and that just sets us up for a bunch more blue. What do we want to do here, though? I think we need to take the blue match since Deadpool will still be going for it. And I just want to get more red. I don't see a way to get more red except for what we've dropped in place down there. Figures that they took it. Okay, play more kinetic shield at just a cost of 5. And we're going to take Deadpool out right here. Got a Vibranium Virtuoso in there with that fortified green tile that was matched. And check it out, we can play Namor's Mercy here. Decent damage, and it also depletes the enemy team's strongest color. In this case, it's black. Man, maybe we should wait and use that on Thor to remove the green from the board. Yep, let's do that. So let's just get this blue fortified projectile match. Look at the damage. Amazing. Wish I would have gotten that match next that they did against us. More projectiles. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Look at the projectiles damage prevention that we have. 12,792. And of course the strikes and attack tiles are adding up as well. What do we want to do for our next match? The bottom of the board is really pretty set. We'll just get more blue. Take Okoye out here. And now we have Thor to worry about, but not too much. Gonna play Kinetic Shield again. More fortified tiles everywhere. This is crazy. Let's go ahead and hit him with the twin blasters. I think there's a great chance we'll get a stun here with all those fortified tiles. Did get the stun, 2-turn stun. We'll go ahead and hit him with the Namor's Mercy in this case. Notice that he's got 6 green. Good damage, removed his strongest color AP. And let's find some fortified tile matches. Check this one out. This purple match is going to be great. And we get the win. We hardly took any damage at all against basically a what can be a meta team with Okoye and Deadpool in the middle. And that is a victory. Thanks for watching, guys. The next video will be a token video, but make sure you jump over to the links for our MPQ puzzle quest with Rick on VidRally. Get your guesses in for the draws we're going to do from our standard tokens. Now that we're over 2,000, we're going to draw as many as it takes until we get a 3-star character 5 different times. Predict that character for fun, and you'll get a shout out in the next video after our token video. So get in now, and let's see you in the next one. Thanks.